Hello everyone and welcome to the today's series of Tech Talks podcast. I'm your host Sanskriti Kadam and
I am Krishi. Today we have with us Harshil Parikh, who is the student founder of Chatify, a secure messaging app startup focused on transforming digital communication. Welcome, Harshil.
Thank you guys. So I'm Harshil Parikh. I'm a student-led founder, right? I'm currently working on many active startups, and two of them are currently now, going on a big stage. So yep, I'm the founder of Chatify and Productica as well, right? I'm doing dual degree. So one is BTech in cybersecurity and another is BA in psychology. But the main thing is BA in psychology. I'm doing it from Stanford University, Stanford, California. So yep, that's me.
welcome Harshil for today's podcast. So we have a couple of questions with right now. So let's start with it. So here's the first question. What inspired you to pursue the dual degrees in computer science and psychology and how do they influence in your entrepreneurial journey?
So basically, I was a PCMB student, right? But was not able to, focus on bio and maths both. So I wanted to, opt for BTech first. But once I started BTech, then everyone, there were some smart kids who were doing BTech, like cybersecurity, as well as they were doing ethical hacking course. So they were saying, we are the, police and thief both, right? So that's how the idea came in my mind that rather than doing ethical hacking or on any that kind of courses, we should go to psychology because ultimately psychology is the main key, right? And if it is for anybody, even it is for cybersec professional or it is ethical hacker, anyone, psychology is the key, right? So I started to apply everywhere, you know, in India as well, to all the online edu platforms. I did multiple courses, and then I wrote a book about like what I did in those courses, what I studied in those courses, what I learned in those courses, and then I wrote a book. And that was also not a book, but I made a report kind of thing, and then I went to Stanford. That this is what I have done, and I want to pursue BA in psychology. It is an online degree, 3 years degree, and main thing is the key differentiator was that book. So I then published it in the Amazon and Flipkart and multiple e-commerce platforms, and then it went good. Like it was the top seller in Amazon.
Wow, that's an amazing journey. So, like, can you share the story behind Chatify? What made it motivated you to create a secure messaging app?
Yep. See, I created Signal app. If you are guys aware of Signal application, right? It was a messaging application which launched when there was a privacy policy implemented in WhatsApp, right? So there was a big outrage kind of thing scenario because that was the first time when WhatsApp implemented those privacy policies, right? So at that time, I created Signal application back in India, right? The main only problem is that I didn't go for copyright, right? But then still I sold the Signal to the XE of WhatsApp at that time, and now Signal is doing whatever it is doing, right? So at that time the main thing is privacy, right? Privacy is everyone's right, but we are not getting, even though we are very much advanced, but still we are getting tracked anywhere, right? Somewhere we are getting tracked. Even if you go for Instagram, whatever you are searching or whatever you are writing to your friend, texting to your friend, it is coming in your recommendations, right? So main thing is privacy is the right. And Chatify, like is a post quantum secured application, right? Along with multiple features. So we focused on privacy, that whatever you want to say to your friends or your colleagues, it is between you guys, not to the world.
Right, like having a bit of encryption is very important in it,
Yep.
if we tell in a tech volume. So, with Chatify being backed by Y Combinator, so how has this experience shaped your journey?
See, Y Combinator was the one of the biggest breakthrough I got. So main thing is Y Combinator does not only focuses on scalability or profit margins. They mainly go for speed part, right? How speedily or how timely you are entering in the market. Now currently there are many allegations and many cases also going on. Legal battles are also going on with WhatsApp. So Indian government and WhatsApp is having a to and fro. But the main thing is that Y Combinator focuses on speed, right? If you are doing good, even today, if millions like big companies are with Y Combinator, right? They still need to provide update to weekly or monthly update to Y Combinator, even though they are dealing in millions. So main thing is they are very disciplined. They gave me a very good pathway, because as a student you cannot every time focus on uh, all the problems or all the key features, right? So they helped me in making a big team, right? They helped me with all kind of resources. And main thing is that if Y Combinator is backing you, right, your name is automatically in the good books of many investors, first of all, right? So if Y Combinator backs you once, even though you just get a LOI, letter of interest, then also it is a very big thing for any founder.
So I had a question. Like, how does Productica AI assist businesses? What's its
See,
main goal?
yep. See, Productica is kind of a co-founder for you, which is very good in studying markets, right? When Productica mainly gives all kind of features like current market trends about your product, right? It also provides you the your user like your product future, how it will do in the Indian markets. So we just take three parameters, that is your product, your features and price. On basis of that, we make a very comprehensive report, like current market trends, users, product future, your competitors who are currently are on top in India from various what we say e-commerce platform, Amazon, Flipkart, right? Then we provide the marketing strategy, the main thing. See, because not every user or every founder knows how to market their product. They know this is the product, but they don't know how to market the product, right? We also give pros and cons. See, pros and cons are very much required, because see, if you won't be, if the user don't know what is their pros and their cons, they won't be able to first of all do marketing. Second, they won't be able to do improvement in their product, right? So basically, it is a blank canvas, and on basis of all these parameters, we give them our what we say our USP. The main USP is we give them assessment score out on basis of 100, right? Out of 100, we give assessment score. So they can, try if there is a good feedback, then they can implement in their product and they can retry. If the assessment score goes up, then it is good for them. So Productica basically helps the founder, to understand Indian market very dynamically, and all our data is government data, so no one can actually question us that what is the authenticity of our data.
Absolutely right. As someone managing multiple ventures, so how do you prioritize your time and energy effectively in all these things?
The main thing is priority is one thing, and some things need urgent requirements. They have You need to fulfill their requirements. So what I do is Notion is, I work under Notion is my second brain, right? I put all my ideas, everything into Notion, and then there is an AI. So working in AI and building an AI. So I made and my own AI, which helps me to prioritize my own things and everything, and that helps me in a certain way that if Chatify requires more attention right now for investors, or many more whatever the priorities are, so I work on Chatify, and along with that, when I require the utmost attention to Productica, because currently it is in the MVP stage, right? So every time, even it is 2 o'clock, I need to do that. So I work on Productica as well. But the main thing is you need some software to track and to prioritize your thing.
Right. Prioritizing is the key. So, what were the unique challenges that you face in securing support from giants like Apple, Microsoft, and GNU?
See, Apple, Microsoft, and GNU. There are many more like Apache, right? Uh, Frameworks. There are many more. Their key is scalability. They don't require profitability. They don't require a very rapid process. They go with scalability. How big you can make your product, how many people can be, they can use this product and it can help those, right? So Apple is one of that. They require utmost discipline, right? Because if you don't give a update, or if you don't give whatever they want on required time, then it is a done deal. Simple. It is a done deal, because main thing is Apple, Microsoft, right? They go for discipline, then scalability. But another thing is that securing those kind of milestones, and using them in your product is main thing. See, Apple is privacy king, right? So for Chatify, they saw that this is a post-quantum inscription. So yes, it's a 100% tick mark that yep, this is a product that we are going for. Same for Microsoft. If Apple is joining, right? So why don't they will join? So I'm using those kind of psychology tricks for that. That if I'm begging Apple, then Microsoft will come. And ultimately, if this both are, then I don't require Google. Main thing is that. So the to secure those kind of big giants to your company, you need to work so hard. First of all, working hard and working smart is it's different thing, but to do that both in a same time, at the same time, is very hard, right? So first thing is discipline. You need to work on your product very disciplined. If you get good amount of grants or anything like those kind of things, then you need to use it in that part. This is the one of the message to student founders, that if you are getting grants or if you are getting investment, then don't use it for your purpose, use it for what you are getting, right? First of all is that. And secondary, if you are able to get this kind of big connects, then use them properly.
Right. Like how the discipline manages, then motivation then comes into picture when it consistency, everything it goes in line. Yeah, it's
Yes.
absolutely being said by you, I must say. So, how has your psychology background? Because just you mentioned your psychology word, right? So,
Hmm.
how did this help you design a user-friendly solution for your products?
See, psychology first of all helps you to understand what your clients or what your customers require, right? First of all, that thing is there. Secondary, when you know that what your customer requires, then you know how you will give, right? That is the core key fundamental of how a founder works, first of all, right? Secondary, in India market, no one knows actually that what their customer requires, and when they know that what the customer require, they blindly go on money game, right? Because if they are solving a big problem and if customers are willing to pay, then they will 100% go with profitable, right? To get more profit, how to get more money. So psychology basically helps me in making UIs, right? We work on, there are many psychology colors also, right? If you don't need to use red and green every time for decline and approval, right? So main thing is that psychology helps me to understand my customers, my clients, my investors, as well as that it helps me to create and create such a system that directly fits into their mind. And we also go on the same idea that which Mukesh Ambani is using, that give free first and then take hefty of amount. So that's the main thing, is that it helps me to understand my customers.
Right. So in this industry, there are a lot of messaging apps. What makes Chatify stand out from its competitors like WhatsApp, Telegram,
Main
etc.?
thing is, see, in India, right? For an instance, we take India as an example. So Indian markets require two things. first of all, all the applications in one, all the integration in one. If, for example, on WhatsApp, you cannot give send documents more than 2 GB, right? So then what the user will do? It will go to Drive and then upload the documents and give the Drive link, right? This is basically what users does in India. In our application, first of all, we give unlimited file size sharing, that is still 1 TB, and we don't own any servers. So your phone is your server, right? This is a bit of technicality, I'm going to more technical stuff, but your phone is your server, right? So we don't own any of your documents or important files. Secondary, we 100% work on, decentralized platform. We think that your data should be yours only. It should be not, it should not be used for, any other founder to pitch their product, right? Secondary, we give unlimited, like same media resolution sharing, right? So your photos, whatever resolution it is clicked, it will be sent in or shared in the same resolution, right? It is a big problem, but what we do is, uh, whatever the images or videos are there, we give it in the document form, right? We send it into document form or use HD and WhatsApp, right? But this is the, some features which will help the Indian users, right? That it will help them like way too much than going to many applications, right? And main thing is that we work on decentralized platform, so no one, will be able to trace your, footprints or any those kind of stuff.
So what strategies do you employ to ensure the ethical use of AI in all these solutions which you propose?
See, for Productica, the main thing is that if we are working so closely with government, right, we are getting the government data, which is published, by the way. We are not getting any insider data. The data is published. The main thing is that our, we use some kind of algorithms which would, prevent the user to exploit our own AI, first of all. Secondary, if you have seen the example of Gemini, right, it wrote to a student that please die, right? So it is the thing that we are working on those kind of algorithms which will prevent the users to exploit our own system, right? Secondary, when a founder, if a founder is like whatever the user is coming on our website, if it is a founder, right, they want to be exploiting our system, and if they will, right, we have secured many licenses from government as well, that we can work or we can, do rightful action towards them. And whenever you go to any application, there is a user agreement, right? You just tick mark those kind of things, but just try to read those ones, because if it is, any kind of AI or any kind of normal applications, those user data, what they are taking from you, you guys don't know, right? Even if it is a good, a tech genius, still they will prefer not to use any different applications, or if, don't use those kind of applications which have like multiple updates every now and to, like, right? So main thing is that we have secured some licenses, we have a good, legal team, and as well as we are working on those kind of algorithms that the user cannot exploit our system.
Right. So, how does Let's Connect group contribute to the tech ecosystem, and what's the vision for its future?
Okay, so Let's Connect Group, first of all, for all the audience who don't know, Let's Connect Group is a, group of companies which provide web designing, web development, many kind of those services, along with SEO, advisory committee, every kind of services, right? So our main, first of all, key feature is that we, first of all, enhance the users, experience, right? Secondary, we do those kind of services at that kind of prices that, startups can afford, first of all, right? So it is a win-win situation for startup and as well as us, right? Secondary, Let's Connect group gives so many kind of services that it helps user. if a user comes with an requirement of an making an application, right, or mobile application, they get all kind of services from us, right? So they won't be able to go to many, vendors. And main thing is that we have such a legal, like strong legal backend, that all kind of, privacy and everything is ensured by us, right? So the users data don't go anywhere, first of all, like our clients data, or even if it is an inquiry, it don't go anywhere, right? Secondary, that Let's Connect group helps to those kind of founders, right, who cannot afford even to make a website right now. It is just an ideation stage. So we help them from getting a grant to making their own website, everything. So we basically mentor many startups as well. So they are doing well, which are currently in, like, kind of incubated to our company. So yes, they basically we give every kind of service.
Yeah. So can you tell us, there must be some critical moment where the user feedback, which must have transformed one of your products. So as a student entrepreneur, what advice would you like to give by taking the feedback as well and also implementing those products and solutions as well as the feedback, everything?
For Productica, it was a big breakthrough for us, right? Because a beta tester just told us that your product is very good, but it is too generalized, right? The data is too generalized, or it is too niche for a business to come to Productica, first of all. So main thing is that first of all, it stuck in my mind that how can we miss this part, right? A beta tester can, actually like pinpoint the biggest problem. How can we miss that? So we had a, good discussion with my team, right? We solved that, and now even the businesses which are very niche in the market, they can also try Productic and get good results, right? Even see from a very hardware product, or product which you can actually order or you can use in daily life, right? The hardware kind of product, to a Web3, right? Which is 100%, on which is unaware by many AIs, right? Which are using, like, which are our competitors basically. So we give all kind of data, and and what we say, we secured those kind of the feedbacks from many users कि भाई आप ये जो कर रहे हो, आप ये जो आपका जो डेटा दे रहे हो, वो that is not 100% for us, right? So beta testing is for that. You guys are pretty aware of that, right? Pretty much aware of that. So that helped me, and we made that a feedback to a feature that even it is a normal what we say, even it is a very normal product, we give you the 100% comprehensive report for you.
Yeah, providing the report to the client is like a win-win. What are the key trends in AI and secure communication that you believe will define the next decade?
Security, 100% security. See, the only field which is currently not the 100% or acquired by AI is cybersecurity. And even when I got into college, right, तब मैंने यही सोचा था कि साइबर सिक्योरिटी है तो कोई एआई नहीं लेगा, राइट? तो एआई से तो अपनी जॉब अच्छी है. But then many AIs come like Kavach, right? There are many AIs other which are doing pretty well in the cybersecurity and AI, right? So cybersecurity is one of the field where AI can do pretty good in upcoming years, as well as to doing my customer retention. It is the biggest problem of any founder, right? So if there is, if might be, not sure, but there are some pretty good rumors about many big giant companies that they are launching their own cybersecurity products like range, as well as Cisco. If you are guys are aware of Cisco, right? Cisco is also going on AI model right now, so it's a good win-win situation.
Yeah, absolutely. So, what's your take on the evolving Indian startup ecosystem and how does Chatify contribute to it?
See, first of all, which I told earlier also previously, एक फाउंडर अगर दूसरे फाउंडर को अपना आइडिया बता रहा है, it should not be shared, right, to the world. So first of all, Chatify is, doing pretty good in the privacy part, as well as that Indian ecosystem is now looking on startups, right? I'm doing startup from past 5 to 6 years, right? I'm doing this from my 10th standard, right? So the main thing is at that time there were not many schemes of government which which was really useful for startups. Now startups are getting loans, startups are getting grants, and it is being recognized by multiple like all the state governments as well as central government. So main thing is that Indian ecosystem is really evolving in this part. Secondary, if you are a startup, right? Entrepreneur is a word right now. Ki if you are doing nothing, just solving a little problem, I am an entrepreneur. But that's not a real definition of an entrepreneur. Even if you are giving a service like to, for example, if it is a filter part, right? You are just providing filters to some companies, right? You are not an entrepreneur, you are a businessman. But entrepreneur is something like which in my mind is that you are solving a problem which Indian users are facing as well as global users, and you're solving a big problem. Right? So that is one thing, and Indian ecosystem is really evolving because earlier no one used to like if you are a startup, अरे अभी तो चालू हुआ है, product launch हो गया. If you are dealing in CRs, then it is a yeah, it is a company. But earlier no one used to recognize a startup. It was just ki okay, you're doing something just to pass your time, right? But now it is no okay, you are working on a startup, right? It is cool word for now.
True. So, what's that one feature you are most excited about introducing in Chatify in near future?
See, we are currently using Gmeet or many other kind of meeting platforms. Even we are using some good meeting platform, right? So main thing is we are going. I guess we will be the first one who will integrate the meeting platform in the application. So where you are guys chatting every day, you are holding your meetings also there. First of all. एंड द बिगेस्ट थिंग इज दैट हाँ अगर जहाँ तुम बात कर रहे हो वहीं तुम्हारा मीटिंग हो रहा है तो यू डोंट नीड टू स्विच टू मल्टीपल एप्लीकेशंस एंड कि बस हम जीमीट पे है पूरे दिन एंड वी आर वर्किंग ऑन व्हाट्सएप आल्सो दैट्स अ डिफरेंट थिंग
Yeah, right. So, can you share an instance where your dual degree influenced your decision making as a founder?
dual degree influenced me in various ways but the main thing is that for for myself dual degree that once I my mind thinks that I should do, profitable business. But my heart says that don't go for profitable business for, first acquire the customers, right? Know your customers, right? Get through their psychology, that how they are thinking, what is their idea pattern, and then implement a product. So every student is right. Okay, we have an idea, then directly we'll go to idea and we'll start working. But first whatever your idea is, start to recognize that what kind of customers or what kind of you know users you will get, right? So basically it helps me. Sometimes it it is also difficult for me that to make a situation in a situation that either to choose money or either to choose users, right? So yeah, dual degree helps me, and also basically don't help me also.
So what's your approach to scaling those like startups like Chatify and Productica and while maintaining their core values?
Our core value is first of all respect the user's data, right? Secondary, I'm the inscription guy, right? My, technical name is inscription guy. So what I think every time is that even when we will scale, right? We will scale on a good level, or even we surpass many, messaging applications or many AI. The main thing is that our team, the core team, should remain same. You should not, every time switch your teams in just a scenario that, for example, WhatsApp, right? WhatsApp has many open positions as well as they, lay off many employees also, right? You guys will be aware of that, right? So main thing is that my team should be same. ठीक है, लीड वही होने चाहिए सब, मेन की पोजीशन पे सब वही होने चाहिए, ठीक है, जिनके साथ तुम्हारी दोस्ती हो. And main part is that we value user, then the user will value you. Main thing, key point, right? So whenever we will scale, right, our utmost, first secure users data and then go forward.
So how do you stay ahead in such a competitive and rapidly evolving tech giant?
And LinkedIn, see, I scroll LinkedIn every day, right, and see that this student or this founder is going to this ventures, or they are getting this kind of certifications. Even today, as a student, like I'm a second year cybersecurity student, so I'm still thinking that I should get TP 600 right now, right? Microsoft certification. But main thing is that it is not, every time feasible. So yeah, LinkedIn helps me in this part, that yeah, just go through people's life rather than scrolling reels. Go to LinkedIn and see that how users are, what other people of your age or more than your age are doing, so you can just copy that. Simple.
Right. So we will start with rapid fire questions where we'll ask one questions and you have to answer in a word or in a line.
Okay.
So the first question is, which one tech entrepreneur you look up to?
uh it's a good question. See, as an Indian I should say Sundar Pichai, but no, I am like Elon Musk guy, cryptocurrency, Dogecoin. So I am like following Elon Musk, the his you know dream, the dream thinking capability, that is different.
So your favorite productivity tool?
Notion, second brain it is a, so
So coffee or coding, what gets you through the day?
coffee, not coding. I am not, inscription is a good thing, but to code everything by yourself, we are AI, right? We are in AI generation. So, yep, coffee.
If not tech, then which journey would you like to explore?
Good question, but might be legal. I'm pretty like I love to read all those IPC, sections. So yeah, if not tech or psychology, it would be legal for sure.
So let's come to the end of the podcast. Thank you, Harshil, for coming on board and sharing your experiences. Those are very insightful.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah. So for all the audience, please like, share, and subscribe. Let's meet in the next podcast. Thank you.